about our Father's business. Grind mode, filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene episode about our Father's business.
Yo, we is back. Episode 61. Not 21. It's 61.
61, yeah, never mind.
Brother, not Rob Redeem. What's that dude on Boys the Man with the deep voice?
Oh yeah, that's that wake up voice, brother.
Rob over there, man.
Yeah, man.
Excuse us, man, but we is back. Like we never left, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Not the Same podcast. Like I said earlier, episode 61. I do not know it in Spanish. So if you know it, let us know in the comments, in the chats, and all that good stuff. What up, Cortez?
Cortez, what's good, man?
Brother Ted say, I'm glad I'm finally having free Thursday. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. That boy,
yeah.
Boy
he got a
kid.
hair.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's doing a little something over here, man. I don't know what it is.
I don't know if he sponged it or S-curled it. It's looking. I'm jealous over here.
Hey, hold on, dog. Don't do me, bro. Don't do me. I got one, bro.
I said I don't know if you sponged it. Hey, look, praise God, it's a sponge and not an S-curl, brother.
No S-curl, brother. I've been blessed to have good hair and Negro hair at the same time.
All at the same time.
So you go one patch of that joint like almost like Ruben, and you go the other patch of that joint like, well, I ain't gonna name nobody else, but it's almost like my other family members. You know what I mean? So I go from half Puerto Rican to
right
to
a bunch
Negro.
of one word.
Yeah, the full one word. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. You know, God bless me.
Ooh, my goodness. Hey,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna leave that alone, bro. Let's keep it pushing.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good day, man. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be on the air with you guys, man. Glad to fellowship with our family, man. Y'all let us know you in here, man. I see people watching. I see you watching. Say something, man. Let us know what's up. Let us know what's good. And if you're watching from one of these groups or whatever, man, come on over to the Not the Same podcast page so we can see what you're talking about. Let's see, Miss. Hold on, man. Show up. Sharon Benson Rodriguez. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Good to see you, ma'am. Salute
good to see the
Rodriguez.
comment. I can't see you, but salute to you. MKJ, what's going on? Lil bruh, I see you. Welcome back to town, brother. I'm glad you had safe travels.
Yeah.
Nigel, what's good, man?
Yeah. So like we said, man, everybody, man, slide on over to the Not the Same podcast page so we can see your comments. We can conversate with y'all with our conversation.
Yeah, you know how we say conversate. We know it's converse, but we say conversate here on the Not the Same podcast.
Man. You know, I know how you gonna wake up, Rob, because you keep sitting in front of these lights, brother. Brother, I'm feeling the heat.
Hey.
Bruh, it's warm back here, boy.
Hey.
Warm. Miss Brown, Miss Rodriguez say salute back at you. Salute.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, Rob, man, I got a question for you, brother. I got a question. Here's the question.
What's good?
Rob Redeem, my brother from another mother, as we always say. Salute to Larry Rogers. B-fam in the building on the west side and the best side.
Yeah.
My brother, what is good, bro?
What's good with me, man?
One thing is he woke up. I'm awake. That's what's good.
I took this nap today, brother, and it was one of them naps where you don't want to get up. So I'm still trying to get up, but I woke up refreshed, renewed, rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Redeemed.
Yeah.
And but my eyes ain't looking that way yet. So as soon as these little puff balls go down, we'll be all right.
Quit fun to know you got you some of that 2020 twin. Wow. One word.
Hey, I got about 20 times 3 minutes of sleep, brother. Y'all will catch that later. 20 times 3. Yeah, they'll catch it later.
When you get home.
Yeah.
Hagen said they asked me to host the beat of the week. I'm kind of, hey man, salute, bro. Salute.
Hey, congratulations. Look, I shouted little bro out. I think it was last week. He wanted to beat he and this beat group. You know, it's a bunch of groups out here, and it's some groups that's not productive, but this producer group, this particular group is very productive, man. On something I saw from them. Like they trying to teach producers how to be right for the business, whether it's the mixing, whether it's the BMI, ASCAP, all the stuff you need to make.
Rufus, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
All the stuff that it is Reverend Rufus. All the stuff that you need to make sure whenever your beats pop or your songs pop or whatever the case may be, you got your business in order. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So salute he won the beat battle. Salute to the Beat King on the thread here. He doing his thing.
What up, MKJ? My brother, little brother, how you doing? So what's good, Rob? I don't think you said what was good.
No, no, I said I got some sleep, brother.
Oh, I thought that's one I made up for you. I ain't know that was the real.
Yeah, that was the real what's good. I got some sleep.
Well, brother, my what's good is this, dog. Tomorrow, a new Marvel movie will be released, and I am happy as that deal, brother. That Black Widow comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to movies, but I got some kinfolk coming in, so I don't want to be weird. You know what I mean? So I got it on the Disney Plus, that Premier Access, so I can watch it at the house. But yeah, brother, I'm a happy man, brother. I've been watching all the little Marvel TV shows, but man, the movies.
I got to catch up on. I haven't watched now one episode of Low Key, man. I haven't watched.
Loki is fire, bro. Loki is fire. Yeah. Like Cortez said, Black Widow. Yeah, that Black Widow drop tomorrow. I paid for the where I can stream it at the house. So I'm gonna be stream.
Yeah,
real stream. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be streaming too, brother.
For Rob, I'm just gonna give him you know.
This one got subtitles
though. Some people play.
Some people pay. Some people play.
Some people pay. Some people play. Either way, they watch the movie.
They watch the movie.
I mean, it is what it is. I guess he'll drink to that. Salute to you, brother. I went ahead and did it. You know.
Listen, brother. This is the living water.
Rob, Cortez say me 3. Yeah. Hey. Look, I'm messing with Rob, but I got one of them packages too. But I paid for that one. I'm just gonna say that. MKJ, don't be robbing nobody. Rob. What the hell,
hey. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, brother, I am not robbing anyone, brother.
Feds watching, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't rob. What's up? Hey, you know what? Perfect timing. What's up, Miss Taylor? How you doing?
Good evening, Miss Taylor. Good evening, Sharon Taylor. How you doing, man?
She came in right at the right time.
You're saving your brother Rob. You don't even know. You just saved that brother life. But
see how you? Hey, I'm gonna get deep. See how the devil be trying to accuse the brother, and I ain't even saying nothing. He just gonna say I'm robbing people.
Hey, you know, all super D. You know, God always got a ram in the bush. You know, to say, shut up. My word, you don't shut up. Hey, wifey say just a heathen one word.
Hey, quick story. When I used to, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I used to do the little heathen one word thing, and C and Crystal came over one time, and we was watching Black Panther.
I forgot.
So I got a house full of folks. Now look, my peoples know what it is. So we watching Black Panther. That mug is crispy clear. The subtitles wasn't on there, and they said something, and out of everybody in the house, he gonna say, "Hey, bro, where your subtitles at?"
So from that point on, no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, from that point on, I went legit. That's why Crystal over there laughing, man.
Miss Taylor say what I missed. Just know you. Rob has really been redeemed. You know, we'll just say that.
Everybody in the house like, what subtitles? We got one person like, yo, bro, what your subtitles at?
Cortez say, I love the one word. I might steal it. Hey, brother, free reign, brother. You can have it, brother.
You can have it. You know what it is. Some people get it, some people don't.
Hey, it goes right over some people's head, and some people know exactly what we talking about.
Hey, so if you just tuning in, welcome to the Not the Same podcast.
Yes, welcome.
Episode, what we at, 61?
61.
Yeah, and we just clowning doing what we do.
Spanish, probably Corinthians.
Nah.
Uno, I don't know what it is, but something in Spanish.
61. Yeah, hey, I don't want to disrespect none of my.
Yes, that's 6, and Uno 1. That's probably not 61, but that's 6-1. That's the episode we on. You know what I mean?
That brother throwing up gang signs on this month.
I might be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, gang, got a little hair, beard, gang, you know.
Hey, man, look.
MKJ was messing with the grays of my beard. I said, man, I ain't worried about that. We out here.
Yeah, we just go say 61, man. Welcome. Yeah, we just go say 61. All right, man, let's go. We didn't clown long enough.
We clown every time. We can't help it.
Every shot.
is in our belly. What
Gangster for Christ.
Gangster for Christ. Hey,
they had the gospel gangster, so bring it back. Bring it back.
There's a lot of gangster Christian rappers, man. A lot of them dudes, I'm scared. I tuck my chain in around them one words.
Yeah, man.
I be scared. Be like, bro,
some of these brothers is strictly Christian for the music. You best believe it.
Yeah, they'll rob you too. Don't come up too clean. All of us hit that whoop whoop soon we walk away from our car. All right, man. Let's get to this face. All right, Miss Taylor say, Sorrenta y uno is 61 in Spanish. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sorrenta y uno. All right, man.
I would have said Sorrenta y uno. Yeah, that's why I don't.
That's why you don't do Spanish, only English. You know what I mean?
Only English.
Know C and no, because no is no in every language.
Right. I don't care what you do. German, no.
So
Australia, no.
All you ratchet dudes trying to take advantage of women, talking about she don't speak my language, Negro, she no. Every language don't know.
Everybody don't know.
She ain't say no. Yes, she did. You know what she said. Anyway, let's get to the topic. Hold on.
That's for Watson, man. That ain't for the show. That's for Watson.
Let us get all dignified.
All right, let's go, brother. I'm ready.
Well, anyway, here's the question for the day for the Faith segment. The question for the day. Everybody in the chat, y'all let us know what y'all think about this. Why is it important to be a good steward of your money? And I know already it's in the Bible to be a good steward. But above that, why is it important? Because that is the absolute main reason to be a good steward, because it's in the book. Understand it.
Right.
But why is it important to be a good steward of your money? Rob Redeem.
Yes, sir.
Sanctified Stan.
Sanctified Stan.
Or Savage Stan. Just stay on the show. You might see one or the other. Just keep watching. Why is it important to be a good steward of your money, Rob?
Shoot, if you grew up like I did, man, because that check to check that put something on it, it's never gonna work, man. Like being a good steward over your money is very important, because you can make X amount of dollars a year.
Right.
But if your bank account is still empty, you're not being a good steward. Now you're living above your means and you're chasing after what everybody else has. And if something happens, just because you have credit cards, that doesn't mean anything. That's still a form of debt. So if you're expecting your credit to build or have something in reserves if something was to pop off, it's very important to be a good steward of your money, so you could be a blessing to somebody else, man. Real talk. I see MKJ say generational wealth. Well, a lot of times we got generational curses on the way we handle our finances, just because of how we, how we were brought up.
Hold up, brother. Run. I ain't got the rewind sound, but brother, run that back, brother. Say that one more again, brother.
I say a lot of times, MKJ said generational wealth. A lot of times we got generational curses over our finances off of what we do. Like I said,
y'all better listen.
If your bill is due, and something is dropping, like some shoes or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, or if you spending $300-400 on shoes,
right?
But your light bill due, you know what I'm saying? That's not being a good steward over your money. There's nothing wrong with having nice things as long as those nice things don't have you.
Yeah.
But if you check the checking and your bank account is on empty before your next check come in 2 weeks, then you need to start letting go of a few things. Some of them streaming services, if you will. Go ahead,
Hey, because them recurring bills, man. You be like, especially if you do them all with PayPal, you forget what you signed up for. Man, why PayPal taking $50? What is this? You know what I mean? But look, I agree with everything Rob said, man. I add to it, this is like, obviously the word says we should be a good steward. But also, man, like, as a believer, I am not of the belief that every believer should be rich. I ain't going to say that. You know what I'm saying? Every believer shouldn't be rich. But I will say this, you need to have some money to be a blessing to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? We got to have money to be able to give. Because what if God what if there's a ministry that's, need a need met? What up, Just James in the building? What up, fam? Yeah, what if there's a ministry that needs a need met and God wanted to use you, right? Good evening, Miss Davis.
Mama.
That's right. And God wants to use you to help meet the need of that ministry. But because your money ain't scrape, he can't use you, right?
Right.
See, it ain't about wealth, and having wealth is great for your family and for your children's children and all that. All that sounds good, but wealth by itself won't give you joy. But having the peace of God that surpasses all understanding and living as a Christian and having a little finances to sow into people, man, it does something, bro. It does something for people, man. Rob, let's see what the people talking about. Let me go way, way back. Way, way, way back. All right, Cortez say, so you won't go broke. Facts.
Right.
MKJ say because our money ain't ours. Oh, okay. Talk to him
it's
now.
His. It's his. He said
see, you using the you pastor cheating over there. Don't be you pastor cheating over there, MKJ. Nah.
Right.
Wifey say because one, you don't want to be broke. She in line with Cortez, and you want to be able to sow. That's facts, wifey.
Yeah.
MKJ said again, generational wealth, and let's see. It's his money. Use his wisely. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. And then one more thing for NKJ, a broke Christian is an oxymoron.
I can see.
I get where you're coming from.
I get where you're coming from, but this goes back to Tuesday night. A lot of times, man, we in the era of social media.
Yeah, man.
So everybody want the latest so now they can stunt. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's my money and I want it now, or whatever the case may be. But
boy, I gotta get that drop. I want it now.
I want it now. That's how we treat it. But when you when you constantly comparing yourself to social media,
right,
you're gonna always stay broke.
Always.
You know what I mean? Because most of it money loans. Some of it ain't even real money. Right. I could take you to Amazon right now and show I can have stacks of money like this, and you think I'm doing it, and all I did was pay $25 on Amazon just so I can flex on for a video or flex on Instagram. So it's being a good steward over your money is simple as form a budget.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like that is very important, and stop eating out as much because it's so easy to eat out. Like these are all the things that I've done. On the good side and the bad side, just 2 years ago, my credit was at freaking 500. Now I'm over 720. You know what I mean? But it's because I got financial stability and I learned how to do what I needed to do with the money. Now, is my money where I want it to be? Your money's never going to be where you want it to be.
Right.
But it can be in a position where you're being a good steward and you're constantly increasing because you sowing the seed to this business here, or you give to this person, or you give to that person, and God blesses you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you sowing seeds on good ground. But make sure it's good ground that you sow your seeds on. Go ahead, C.
Yeah, man. I was about to say also, man, credit is very important. You know what I mean? Like I would say this, me as an artist, I had some great opportunities as a young man, and bad credit stopped me. I ain't gonna say it ruined my career, but it really, really slowed things I wanted to do, because a lot of times if you look for a label that's not like, labels that's your family and that's your people that have your heart and mind, and they're just like a big label, then they become just a bank, right? And if you don't have a label, like I see Cortez on here, like our brother Ruben and all that, like they family, but it's a label. They handle their business right, but they family. So I'm not speaking of them, but I'm saying of example like a label, we'll say like a Reach. It's a loan, right? So when they sign you, that's a loan. So they loaning you money to record your project. They loaning you money to promotion, money for 1 or 2 videos, money for if you got a big enough deal, it's gonna be like a little bit of a whatever, where you get the money early. I forgot what they call it.
Advance.
Yeah, you get a small advance or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine if you're guaranteed you're gonna sell. But most people don't sell what they think they're going to sell. And then you know who's on the hook for that money? It happens with labels all the time. That artist, man, then you're in debt. One thing I believe in the Bible says, oh, no man, nothing but to love him, right? Like a big thing in my life, I want to be debt-free. I hate having debt. I grew up in a house where all I saw was debt. Now, we had nice cars. We had nice clothes. We had a nice house, and none of it was paid for. And any one of them could get took. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's certain points in our life where, okay, this car don't come out the garage because, Repo Man watching.
He looking.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we all been there, brother.
Look, I've been there. You know what I mean? If you ain't been there, praise God. But I've been there where you got to hide that joint. Hey, park over here, even though you staying right there. You dig what I'm saying? So one thing is important as a man of God, woman of God, is to take care of your finances, handle your business.
Yeah.
You know, us people of color, now everybody, we got all races that watch this, but people of color, a lot of times, we didn't grow up being taught how to handle money. Most of us got taught what Rob was talking about earlier, the put something on it mentality. I was raised with put something on it. Nah, don't pay it all. Put something on it. Cable bill.
Hey, explain put something on it, brother. Just in case somebody don't know what put something on it is.
So the cable company in St. Louis is Spectrum. And in Memphis, I believe it's Infinity. Or, you know, you may have Time Warner, whatever it may be, whatever city you in, right?
Right,
and the put something on it is, okay, how much do I have to pay where you don't cut it off? So the bill may be $225, but they're going to make you pay the interest plus a little bit of something. So, look, you pay us $65, we'll keep it on. Okay, I'm going to put something on it so I can keep my cable on. But you don't pay the bill off. So the debt just keep going.
Escalating.
Or example, if you ever got a payday loan. If you never had one, praise God. I'm from the era where, payday loans was, I was getting by. Woo. You know, with that song, just to get by. I was getting by with them payday.
And it was busting. But,
remember, there's another put sign on it, though. You pay that interest. Oh, yeah, we give you 2 more weeks. Just pay the interest.
Yeah.
Pay the $35, you know.
Yeah, let me say something about your payday loan, man. Like, I had a payday loan. And when you pay that mug back, they busting your head. And I actually was able to pay my payday loan off. And I thought about it. All the money I put in this payday loan, all the money I put in this payday loan, I could have paid this bill, did that, and have money left over.
Yeah,
man. But because they on your head and you got to be disciplined, because you know most people, they get set up with them title loans, or they gonna come and take something. You know what I'm saying?
The title loan, you get a little bit more money with that title loan.
But they come to get that car when that title is theirs. So it's little stuff like that. Go ahead, see, my bad, man. I'm just saying, payday loans. I had a nightmare.
I'm not down in nobody, man. I've been there.
Yeah,
I can speak for my wife. We've been there. Nothing ever changed until we changed our mentality. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like hold on. What Judge James saying? If your bandwidth is weak, now I know why. Put something on it with Spectrum all this time. But I was blaming. Nah, brother, I pay my bill in full. That junk auto pay,
bro. I don't pay, brother.
It's just Spectrum. But nah, man, like it never changed for us until we changed our mentality. And what I mean by that, now we got into one of them Dave Ramsey things, and it helped us to learn how to budget. I don't agree with everything in the Dave Ramsey thing, because he don't believe in having credit. And like, man, good for you. You got a bunch of money. But for these us normal folks, if you work credit the right way, it ain't bad. You just got to be disciplined. So, you know, what changed us, you know, me and my wife had good jobs. We probably had decent jobs for the last 10 years. But we probably been moving closer to debt freedom the last 5. And the financials didn't change. It was just the mentality change. Learning when to save, learning how to budget. Like Rob said, you don't have to go out to eat every day. I got a wife that can cook, so I'm straight. But, you know, sometimes she don't want to cook, but we don't have to go out to eat every day. You ain't got to go out to eat for lunch every single day. If you work at the airport, you ain't got to get that Burger King or the Dunkin' Donuts or whatever every day, bro. Or Chili's. You ain't got to get Chili's every day, fam. Bring something from the house. You know what I'm saying? And then I learned this, too. I'm sure everybody has had these points where you get an extra check, right? So so if you a 2-week person, last month you got an extra check. You got 3 checks in the month because it was one of them weird long months. I think it's either June and December, or either July and December. But the 2 week
my
people,
testimony, mine coming up though. But yeah, I got.
But you know what I mean. So people that just a straight 2 weeks, that had that extra week, and it's like, okay, this bonus money. What you gonna do with the bonus money? What I learned is, like, when I get bonus money, any type of IRS refund, any type of just refund, any type of extra money, I put it on something. Like I put it on the bill to knock the balance down. And then then I got me a small credit card. That was the biggest key to get my credit good. I got a credit card. I got a Best Buy card. When I first got it, my credit limit was $250. Like, brother, we don't trust you far as we can see you. You know what I mean? Right. We're going to let you have it just because, you know, we want to tax you with some fees. But, brother, we don't trust you. And then I got disciplined with it. It started raising. Got to the point where I can, you know, I'm in the 720 club, too, as well.
Right,
you know? But I had gotten to a point, and me and my wife, we had gotten to a point of saving and just being, like, slick frugal and not being, when I say slick frugal, not full frugal, just slick frugal. So 75% frugal, you know what I mean? For so long that when we went and got the car, we didn't even know our credit was, the last car we got, we didn't know our credit was good. Because they was like, I didn't know when you go get a car and your credit good, they'll let you just take the car for the whole weekend. I ain't never seen that.
They treat you totally different.
Treat you totally different, fam. like getting a car when your credit good, oh, it's like an hour. Getting a car when your credit bad, oh, you finna be there 7 to 8 hours.
All day, bro. Hey, look.
I ain't never experienced that, bro. I like, bro, what's wrong, man?
Yeah, that's another thing. Majors, Mike Majors said, watch some interest rates. Because stuff be sounding good, but that interest will bust your head open, and that's a whole nother 2 bills. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but the funny part about the car, the funny story about the car part, when I went and got my car for that, like my car that I have now was the first car I got in my name. Nobody helped me, and it wasn't Robert. The whole night it was Mr. Davis, and I was gone. And like you said, I think it took about 45 minutes to an hour, right? And that was with a trade in.
Hey, it hit different when that credit good, bro. It hit different.
They Mr. Davis me to death that night. I was like,
man, they gave us water. Y'all want some coffee or something? You know what I mean? I was talking about, hey, you want this in the car? Yeah, we put that in the car. Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
right. They treat you totally different, bro.
But to wrap it up, man, it's the mindset. You got to change your mindset. Number one, you got to believe that you can be debt free. You got to believe you can have good credit, because, like, I'm gonna be honest, in my life, I never believed I could have that because I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she grew up and her daddy was excellent with money. You know what I mean? So she never saw like that. Not saying she didn't see struggle, but I'm just saying she didn't see that heavy debt struggle. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like her daddy, like snap on her mama if she paid a bill late or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was that serious about debt. But as for me, man, you know, my parents, it wasn't that they wasn't serious about it. It's just they didn't handle money well, even though they had plenty of it. Both of them made 6 figures. I ain't never knew it. I ain't know. It ain't seem like it. You know what I mean? Like, we had a nice car, but, you know, it's like you go from a flexed out Cadillac, mess around with a cut Supreme.
Right.
You know, from the penthouse to the outhouse real quick, man. There ain't no hating on them. It's just that's what I experienced, and like that cycle was never broken until I changed. You know, I changed my mind, obviously with the help of God and the Holy Spirit. Obviously.
Right. Just James said lack of godly wisdom also.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me go through, say what the people saying right quick before we get up in here. MKJ, CHH artists, stay on my Cash App because of they deals. LOL. Hey, see?
Hey, it's
a bunch of them. Man, dudes be in my Cash App. Hey, man, you know, that's a whole nother subject. But anybody in St. Louis, y'all know me. Christian rapper, get a job. You got a wife? Got a family? Fam, get a job. Unless you sign with, you know, Flame them and y'all traveling the world. But most of y'all ain't that. Bro, go get a job. Yeah. Take care of your family, man. Stop being a trash one word. Come on, bro. Anyway, Cortez was talking about the payday loan. He said, I did once and never will again. I feel you, brother.
Hey, it looked good though.
Yeah, it looked real sexy. It looked real sexy. Nigel say knowing and understanding financial literacy is everything. That's a game changer. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Let's see.
What?
Just James was like, I was having a convo about this in relation to athletes. I'll be honest. I think the lack of wisdom, but also the lack of financial education is the biggest issues with this. I agree.
Yeah.
And like Michael Major said, that interest rate, watch that interest rate. Facts. That's another thing. When you get to that level of getting credit cards, now, when you first get a credit card, you can watch the interest rate all you want. You ain't getting one without a terrible interest rate. You're going to have to survive that terrible interest rate and show that you can pay on time. And then you can get into the world of, like, I'm going to tell you one of the best cards to get. The biggest card I ever got was American Express. It's a great card. And, you know, that joint was literally metal. That joint came to the house. I'm like, man, I got American Express. But the secret is you got to pay that thing right on off. It wasn't no pay over time. I had to stay with them a year before I got to the point where I could pay over time, right? And whatever, that's fine. But the best card I ever had is a Discover card. That Discover, that's next level, bro.
18 months interest free
from your brother. Listen to me, man. If your credit getting decent, you left from 5 and you got into 6, and you skeeting around 6 and 5.8 and all that, man, try to get you a Discover, man, because 0 interest rate. 0 year 8 APR, whatever the year joint. You never have to pay that, And it builds up. It got all these perks. Like every time you spend something, you'll start gaining money. Cash back. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
cash back at gas stations or whatever. It's all over the place. Because a lot of times I end up paying my bill with the cash back. So that's dope.
Hey, I'm going to say this last thing about the financial literacy. Make sure you save something from your check. I don't care what it can be. $5. Start. Make sure every check that you get, you need to put some money. I don't care if it's $5, $10.
Yeah, man.
Look, I ain't got it. You gonna trick off $50 on eating out. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
Take that 50, put that mug in the savings, and don't touch it. You gotta put some money because now you paying yourself. You don't want to shortchange yourself. That's hustling backwards. So yeah, we just trying to put y'all up on game, man. And like real talk, just make sure you save some money because if that's the case, you working to pay bills and trick off.
Right. I'll go ahead, bro.
Have something there. Go ahead, man.
I'm put you on one more thing for game, man, before we move on. Another trick is this. When you get to the point where you know you're making money and you like, we make too much money, why is we always broke, right? You get your budget together and you find out, okay, we got X amount of dollars a month. And you say, I want to save $200. One of the best things me and my wife ever did, I got a bank account at another bank that has one ATM in the whole city, which means I can't get to that money all the time. Because I'm going to be cheap and be like, man, I don't want to pay them fees. You dig what I'm saying? So the money where I'm saving, there's one ATM, and it's not close to me. And it helps me. So it's like money's just sitting there. It's sitting there, and it gains interest at that particular bank. So but those are privileges when you have good credit. There's certain things that open up to you when you got good credit that ain't open to you. They don't even tell you about it. It's like, this broke Negro. I ain't telling them nothing about that. But once your credit get good, they start telling you about some other stuff, man. Some other perks. All right, man, I'm going to say this about Just James, and we're going to move on. Yeah. The biggest lie in CHH, God told me to go full-time ministry. God will provide. Meanwhile, they don't work, having their wife a significant other slaving. Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, brother.
Bruh.
I've seen it time and time again, locally, nationwide,
all the time,
worldwide.
Worldwide.
Me and C know a lot of artists. Some of them that made it and big, and all y'all know them. And we know artists who folks don't know that way.
Right.
That's brother.
That's big facts, man.
That's big.
All right, man, we're going to go to our next segment, man, but we got a song. This is by suggestion of Mr. Robert Davis, a.k.a. Robert Dean, by Pastor 83. You know what I mean? Pastor 83, what was the name of that joint? That joint was, we'll see.
Not M.I.A. Yeah, not M.I.A.
We're going to play this joint by our homie, Pastor 83. I met him a couple times. He was cool, man. So I think, Rob, we ain't did this in a while, but I think we need to hold up and wait, brother.
Hey.
Hold up. Hey.
Got the little groove on.
That boy was swagging.
Yeah. They shot this joint in Vegas, man. That's that spot you just kept rolling and didn't stop.
Hey, your brother was protecting himself. You don't even know, brother.
I've been in the one M.I.A. I stay in the field and I don't sway.
Featuring a rapper by the name of Mission from out there on the west side.
Yeah.
Just James.
I cannot be moved by what I see. I tried it their way, it's not for me. They gon' get the tripping cause I'm free. I won't change for nothing, good with me. I'm jumping off the top, it's lit. I came from the bottom pit. I cannot be stopped, you should try harder, use your common sense. Shoot your shot at me like Shaq, you know that's a common miss. I can't break no promises, we've been winning ever since.
Hey, Harold, what's up, brother?
Kind of remind me of Millie Boy when he hit that.
Let's show that Millie Boy.
Yeah.
I've been in the one M.I.A. I stay in the field and I don't sway. I be with the sun, I'm a star. Go ahead, throw it on, I be going crazy. I've been in the one M.I.A. I stay in the field and I don't sway. I be with the sun, I'm a star. Go ahead, throw it on, I be going crazy. Dropping the top, not dropping the soft. Every time I
was that Mark Bounce. Yeah, 83 lost weight, man.
Yeah, he got super skinny Eddie Cortez.
This mug hit hard in the car, man. This on one of my little playlists.
What's up, bro? Doing nice, man.
Yeah. They speaking the word in it. That's why I said it, man. Like, you listen to the lyrics, they truly are putting the Lord first in it.
It's crazy. I got the video and I said I'm gonna listen to it live. So this is my live reaction. This joint is fire, man. I'm gonna add it to one of my playlists. I already had respect for 83 anyway.
Right.
All right, that was past the 83. I mean, featuring the homie Mission.
You left the knot on that mug.
CHH Segment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. Because that was for when we was up. All right, why past the 83 and look like lightweight?
Right.
I know. I promise, man, when I saw that brother, he was not that slim. He didn't look that tall. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
Cortez, feel free to use that in my next video. Yeah, I saw your comment.
Right, he said that 360 effect call. I was thinking, man, I said Cortez taking tricks.
Feel free to use that in the next Rob Redeem video coming soon to a YouTube near you. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Question for the day for the CHH segment, brother. Woo, we got a doozy. How do you know you're actually not that good and shouldn't be doing music? Once again, everybody in the chat, man, y'all let us know. Hey,
how do you know
Hey.
You're actually not that good and shouldn't be doing music. Rob Redeem?
I don't know, brother.
I'm not speaking for us.
I think I'm all right. You know, no, real talk. For all the artists out there, you know, because I don't never like calling anybody whack.
Yeah, me
but
neither,
if
brother.
every time I'm gonna tell you the anytime you hand your music to people and you get that's what's up. I'm gonna give you a couple of phrases.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a couple of phrases where you know you need to kind of that's what's up.
Yeah, it's straight.
I see you,
fam.
Yeah, it's straight. Or man, that beat go hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus.
like it's certain little things, but I know some people want to do music. I actually had an artist get upset with me because he asked me what I thought and he wanted me to get on the song. And my question to him was, who are you trying to reach?
Mm-hmm.
And his question to me, his answer to me was, I want to reach everybody. And I was like, the way that you're rapping, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, it's a dated sound. Right. You know, because it was an older brother. I'm like, it's a dated sound. It sounds more so like an 80s rap that's probably going to reach the people that you've been going to. Like, I don't mind getting on the song. He didn't like what I said. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I'm tired of you Hollywood type cats. And I'm like, dude, I'm so far from Hollywood. I'm just letting you know, like, this sound may sound good at your church.
Right.
But it's like in the city, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. We have artists in the city who never got booked. Nobody ever wanted to book them. Mm-hmm. But then they get mad at us because we were getting booked. Mm-hmm. Because at one point, St.
everybody
Louis
think
was,
it's a plug, man. You gotta tell us the plug. Man, ain't no plug. Anyway,
it ain't no plug. Yeah, it ain't no plug at all. It's just like it ain't a plug. I got people who fell out with me because they felt like only reason I was friends with C was to try to make it to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And truth be told, I didn't even know what C had accomplished.
Right.
So yeah, but I'll pass it over to you, bro.
Well, one, I ain't accomplished that much. So, We in the same
Nah,
spot.
nah,
Praise
brother.
the Lord.
Nah,
But
brother.
God has been good. I
Yeah,
ain't trying to down myself, but I'm
don't
just
down
saying,
yourself, brother. You
in
got
my
awards
mind,
on the
I
wall.
haven't got nowhere near where I ever wanted to. But I am very grateful. God has been very good. But man, look, one way you'll know, man, like everybody say they want the truth, but they really don't want the truth.
They don't want the truth.
They don't want that truth, man. Cause like I had like MKJ probably not on here, but I had one time. There was a reason I started going when I had started going to Preston. There was one reason, because of critique, because somebody had heard my music and they was like, MKJ, my little brother, he was blowing it up. So dude was like, man, I'd rather listen to this dude. This joint don't even sound right. My ears hurting, right? Something I was mixing myself, and I didn't like it. Obviously, it hurt my feelings a little bit. But then I said, okay, I got to get better. You know what I mean? And there's can be constructive criticism, and there can be hating. But every constructive criticism is not hating. Sometimes this is the hardest thing for especially Christian rappers. Sometimes you ain't good enough. And that's hard to hear. And that's hard to embrace. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that with some things in myself. Sometimes, what up, Eric? Eric Boston in the building. Good to see you,
Eric, definitely. Hey, comment on. Look at
Eric,
the question,
okay.
Eric, and please comment.
Let's say the question again since Eric is here. Owner of 520 Collective, our brother. What up, fam? Eric, this is the question for the night. You came at the perfect time, brother. How do you know you're actually not that good and shouldn't be doing music? Eric Boston. Eric don't do music, but he reviews music all the time. It's a good question for Eric. How do you know you're actually not that good and shouldn't be doing music? And, and I guess when saying doing music, it is maybe not, let me say it like this. You may not be trying to do music. You maybe shouldn't do music professionally. Let's say that. Because some music is just okay to do in your church ministry, your youth ministry, and all that. Yeah. But trying to do professional and getting CDs pressed up, going to a real studio and all that, if your style has not evolved and changed, that comes from work. Now, everybody has talent. Most rappers have some ounce of talent. But then there's some people that don't have a lot of talent, but they work and they get much better. You know what I mean? And so I just think that's what we got to do. But, man, look, one way you don't know, if nobody buy your album, if you put something on iTunes and, if you ever sold something on iTunes, it's like 3 months and you see that check come through, and in 3 months, that just stays the same number.
It's a 000.1.
Hey, that might be a telltale sign. You may not be that dope, fam. And
hey,
it's
but
all right.
I'll say this. You can also evolve. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because some artists,
get better. You can get
better. Some artists, they reinvent themselves, and when they come,
what up, Tone Spain? How you doing, fam?
Some artists, they reinvent themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when they come back, it's like, oh my goodness. I'll give you a prime example on the secular side, if you will.
The reinvention.
When Kanye West first came out, Rockefeller looked at him like, nah, we good. We just want your beats.
Yeah, they were stupid.
You know what I'm saying? But when he came out with that College Dropout, it was like, oh my goodness, we passed on the gym. So on some people, even Jay-Z wasn't hot when he first came out. But my point is, some people evolve and they keep going. And other times we do music and it's just like, man, I want to rap, or there's telltale signs. Just James said you can send your stuff to Rapzilla, but I'm gonna let you know right now, if you ain't with the wave or the current trend, Rapzilla gonna tear you apart anyway. If it ain't the sound that they looking for the platform. Right. Even though I got people on Rapzilla that really rock with me, and I can't think of my man's name right now, but he genuinely rocks with me. If I submit something, that mug make it. I praise God for the favor. You know what I mean? The other thing he said was put that up with Godly Wives, because Nikki and Crystal are both will let it be known real quick if they don't like something.
Just James said, godly wives are the best at letting you know if you are whack. Keywords, godly wives. And my wife would tell me if something is whack, too. Quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Nikki is, she don't pull no punches on that.
All right, man, let's see what the people talking about, man. Let's see, you already said Just James, but Cortez said earlier, I answer, I think art is subjective, but you should have honest people around you, facts.
Yeah, we
Okay.
talked about that when we brought this up.
Wifey said, just ask Crystal, .. because, and she got a frown face. Cortez says, never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
we know
see.
what that means.
Uh,
Eric Boston, here we
yeah,
go.
okay. Brother Eric Boston. Eric Boston says, hopefully you have people behind you that will be honest with you. Try out other music-related endeavors like writing, YouTube, A&R, etc., and see if you are just as passionate for those areas. Yeah?
Hey, I'm glad he said that. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. You may not be, and Nikki told me this several times, not because she don't feel like I'm a good artist, but because I know how to write. I know how to write rock. I know how to write R&B. I know, like I know how to write. Like I praise God
Yeah.
for the gift to be able to write music. You may be a writer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your passion for music, you may be an A&R. Sometimes people want to do music, but it's a lot of people who are in the forefront where there's writers. Before y'all saw a lot of these people, like Lecrae, he don't write all his music.
Of course.
One of the people that write his music is a artist by the name of Susie Rock. Her as an artist, nobody was
Natalie Lauren now.
Natalie Lauren. Yeah. So Natalie, when she was on the forefront, she had a slight buzz, but her buzz through Lecrae is way better than it was when she was in the forefront.
She got a nice song out now, though. She got a real nice joint out. But go ahead, bro.
It ain't gonna do Curry numbers. That's all I'm saying. I ain't knocking her, but all I'm saying is, like Crystal just said, writers make more money. Know your lane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You might want to do music, and you might not be good at music. And it's sometimes, like C said, you got to know critique compared to hating. Right. You know what I mean? It's a big difference. Somebody critiquing you, then you listen. Hey, get your sound right. Hey, you might want to try this cadence. Hey, try this next time. Compared to somebody hating on you, like, yeah, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You could tell the difference. You could tell the difference. What's up, Miss Mac?
Good evening.
Go ahead, C.
Yeah, like I say, man, and also you got to know the times in your life. Some things that were allowed at a younger age may not be allowed no more. You have to accept it, right?
Right.
Or, I'm not gonna be past 40 rapper talking about I'm still gonna make it. I'm about to quit my job and do music full time, and bruh, no, you know what I'm saying? Now I don't think I lost any of what I can do, but with that being said, I know where I'm at in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody you have to know that. But if you're gonna be an artist, you have to work. And what I mean by working, you have to write. You got to write music. I'm not talking about working a job in this way. Now work a job for your family, but I'm saying at your artistry, you have to work at it. You have to write songs. There's a lot of people that write songs, 2 and 3 songs a day. You know what I'm saying? And you have to know what type of artist you are, right? Like if you are a bar-heavy artist, maybe you don't need to be rapping to a bunch of Lil Jon type beats. You know what I'm saying? That's not for you. If your style is more boom bap, get the dope boom bap producers. Go holler at Mar from Mo Beats. Somebody like that got them dope boom bap joints. Or my man, I forgot the old boy name. But anyway, just, you know what I'm saying? You got to know where you're at. Or if you're a wave rapper, fine, you wave beats. But whatever you're at, you have to work at it and work at it and work at it. To me, man, some of the best rappers were hoopers. Not the professional hoopers. I'm talking about like just hooping their personal time. Because if you want to be good at hooping, you just don't walk out there and be good. You know what I'm saying? What up, B+? Man, I hope your surgery went well, fam.
Yeah.
Look, man, but if you're going to be a good hoopers don't just walk out and just be good hoopers. You got to practice. You got to work on your tools. Rob got sons that like hooping. What they do? They shooting, they practicing, they dribbling. They go to the gym, they doing this, they working on moves. You working. All right, transfer that to rap. Okay, you got to work on your cadences. You got to work on your bars. You got to work on your hooks. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to pick beats because there's a lot of people that's dope rappers pick trash beats. Secular rappers, there's a bunch of rappers that pick horrible beats. You know what I'm saying? That's an art. That's an art in itself. It's picking beats. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
and if you get a feature, making sure the feature that you have complements that beat as well, because that's key. Like the one thing I'll say about C, and I ain't gassing him up. When he made that project, even though he got criticized for the sound quality, how he picked his beats. He heard that artist he wanted on that beat, and every artist that he picked from Memphis, because it was You know what I'm saying? It was called Bridge Work because it was the I-55 connection. If y'all, yeah, it's a plug.
Right.
Bridge Work. It was I-55, St. Louis, and Memphis artists. But each artist that he picked for each beat complemented that beat. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it go. But Eric Boston is putting some good stuff up, man. If you go back and say you shouldn't.
Let me go through and catch everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, Eric Boston, you shouldn't compare to other artists out of jealousy, but it's not bad to compare for quality purposes. Facts, big facts, brother. Not being there yet is not the same as having no idea about what you need to do to get there, bruh.
Yeah, that's a nugget right there, bro. Yep. Just James talked about writing.
Just James says a lot of top R&B artists started off as writers at first. Example, Neo, The Dream. Yep.
Yeah.
What was that lady that was arguing with Beyonce? Carri Richardson. She was a great writer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Example, even Dayton started as A&R with GOM before he was an artist on GOM.
I didn't even know that.
Didn't know that.
Hey, but that's a prime example. So his passion for being an A&R, and now look at him. Come on, man.
And he has his own label as well as an artist on GOM. Tone Spain, industry music is a different genre than true art. True art rarely makes money. Industry musicians barely make what their music earns. Now, that's
a whole different subject, but you are absolutely correct, brother.
He ain't. Hold on, I'm about to say it. I got it. You know,
he ain't lying.
All right, Eric Boston, if you have no idea what you need to be doing, that can be a pretty big sign. Ooh.
Yeah, true indeed.
Oh,
true indeed. Because
but in all you do, you have to work at it. I love to cook and crochet, but I still know there's a lot more I can learn. All right.
Yeah, that's a fact, because it's not just in music; it's in whatever it is that you're doing. Not that good and shouldn't be doing music. Like, it's not necessarily if you whack because you can't rap. You know what I'm saying? You could be the dopest rapper, because I know some freestylers that can't put a song together for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know how to write. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they can freestyle all day long. Give them a beat, but they cannot put together 2 16s and a hook.
There is a lane for freestylers. It's a bunch of
it's a bunch
of Christian ones. You know, if you're a believer.
But like, Tom, don't think you're gonna make the money in that area if that's what you're in it for, because some of the dopest rappers never get the money that they probably should, because that's not what's being pushed.
Yeah, man. So last thought on that, I say my last thought on this is just, you know, there's some times where you're just not good enough, and that's okay. You know, but you gotta, like our homie Tyrese Norris said, you gotta perfect your craft. Like me, bruh.
That must be a different Rob, because I ain't never. That must be a different Rob. You see, it's a lowercase R.
It ain't Rob redeemed,
because it ain't redeemed, because we ain't played yet.
Yeah. So, like we said, man, to wrap it up, man, like, if sometimes you're not good enough, but always work at your craft. Try to be better. Work hard. It's very important to work hard. Eric Boston says, being dope
true.
Isn't enough anymore, unfortunately. This is very, very true.
We talked about that, and we can move on so we can get into it. But C and I talked about that. Like, being dope anymore, like, it doesn't, some of the weirdest, wackest, whatever rappers out now are the hottest. And I for the life of me, I cannot figure it out. But I mean
it's a lot of people with crazy voices, and just like me coming up with rap, you had to have a good voice. You had to. None of that matter no more.
Yeah.
None of that matter no more. All right, man. We're going to move on, man.
Tyrese, I stay on my feet, baby. I'm always ready to clap back.
Always. All right, man. Let's hold up. I ain't got that hold up. Okay. We just
do that every time, bro.
I know. I need to replace it. I keep forgetting it, man. The next song, man. Next song we're going to play is by Miles Minnick, featuring Fern from the Social Club Misfits.
Okay.
Another West Coast brother. And Fern, I don't know where. I think Fern from New York with the Social Club.
This might be a let's see.
I be mobbing from the east to the west. Go through drama, but believe for the best. Call my father, he's relieving the stress.
Social Club, some cool brothers. They came to the airport, man. We stopped it up for a minute. We come down there, brothers.
Uh-oh.
All blessed, no luck. All blessed, no
Just James might be right. He put something on it.
What they try to offer me was like an insult. How I set the table, you just brought utensils. Got Fernie with me at the club, it's social. Tally up the slaps and you can calculate the total. Miami to Columbia, the glow is going global. Miles Morales in the chat and now we going local. Hey, here to shake up the game, no pom-pom. Too hotter than wine time, the littest of all time. Landed the E for the city of gang signs. Ain't talking about hang time, I'm talking about bang time. Got the glow inside me, used to come and see. If the devil run up on me, we gon' knock him underneath. I'm a child of the king, he had to fight for custody. He's reversing every curse, so don't you try to cuss at me. The demons had enough of me. I be mobbing from the east to the west. Go through drama, but believe for the best. Cause my father, he's relieving the stress. Walk my face, I'm about to leave out the nest. All blessed, no luck.
It's a vibe right here, boy.
All blessed, no luck. All blessed, no luck.
Ever since I was a kid, riding bikes through the neighborhood. West side of town, call a store, my face credit good. In Hollywood, the place that raised me, where I raised mine. Few times I shouldn't have made it, you know I praise God. Remember them nights that I prayed for this. No bag in the work could make me straight from this. I work hard, but the Lord died for me, no comparison. My works are just filthy rags for those comparing them. By coastal, rain, sleet, hella snow, the flow postal, delivered like UPS trucks, signposts to make visuals audibly what I'm called to. Currently still on plan A, pray it don't fall through. The South and the Bay know what's up, and my God's who I claim, he's the set I'm throwing up. Much love, throw your W's in the sky. Let's bar to the bay, bathe on the bride, put that on God, huh?
I be mobbing from the east to the west. Go through drama, but believe for the best. Cause my father, he's relieving the stress. Walk my face, I'm about to leave out the nest. All blessed, no luck. All blessed, no luck. All blessed, no
Editing on
luck.
this video is fire, boy.
All blessed, no luck.
See, we don't see Cortez no more. That's when we need him, boy. West Coast got some of the best videographers. I believe that. No Luck by our homie Miles Minnick. Salute to him. Oh, all right, it's Cortez. Yeah, that jump was fire, Cortez. That jump was fire. All right, man, let's get into this sports segment.
He said the beard has powers.
The beard has power. That boy beard gang in here for real. I mean, salute to him. Yeah, man. Hey, so playoffs is back. All right. Fern styled on this. Yeah, man, he did good, man. He was him. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was.
He was him. All right, man. So game one of the finals happened on, what was that, Tuesday? And bruh, Giannis came back. Number one, I want a Giannis praise. Because the way that man knee popped back exactly 1 week ago, I was like, nah, this man ain't gonna be back for the whole playoff. He came back and would look pretty decent.
That brother had pretty decent. That man had 19 rebounds, brother.
He did a LeBron smack on the board for old boy like the when they was playing the Warriors that year.
Yeah, that year he got Iguodala.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. My thoughts on this series though, I still think the Suns gonna win this. You know what I mean? Okay. I still think the Suns gonna win this. Although it was impressive that old boy came back, but the Suns is like a well-oiled machine right now, bro. Like they are rolling. Brother. They're playing smooth. Chris Paul is on a mission. He's out there dogging folks, man. Like he's a problem out there, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really a problem out there, and they keep playing this stupid. I've talked about this. First, they was doing the switches, right? So they do the switch, and next thing you know, you got big. What's tall dude named like?
You got Lopez.
Big Lopez trying to stick Chris Paul, who is me and your height, with a handle and a jumper and a fadeaway, and like he was killing them. Why do you keep doing it?
He was eating.
Like, man, bro, I know you got a coach that gives you the game plan, right? And you're supposed to execute the game plan. Rob, if me and you balling and they keep switching to me and I keep getting work, you know what you gonna do? Hey, Chris, don't switch, bro. I got him.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. Like we ain't just gonna let that just keep happening. Why did they just let that keep happening, man? Like it's crazy to me, man.
Here's the thing. I think one, they was disrespecting Chris Paul's game. You know what I mean? They wasn't expecting Chris Paul because if you think about it, they got worked in that third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. The first quarter, it was Ayton. Then Booker gave him a little bit. Like you said, well-oiled machine. Then CP3 called fire because at the beginning, CP3 was struggling. That's the reason why I think they didn't care about the switch. The problem was he didn't make the adjustment. And we've seen this time and time again. Coaches not making adjustments.
Right.
No, not at all. And then it's like, okay, Giannis, take the ball. You know what I mean? And then it's like they just yam Giannis down your throat. And that's what they try to do, man. So I think the Suns gonna take it. I really do. I hope CP3 get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope CP3 win, but I would like it to go 7. I just want to see some good games. You know what I mean? But they not the coach. It's the coach, man. Like he just does not make good adjustments, man. Like,
I said at the last. It's nowhere in the world Atlanta should have got any of those games with Trae Young out.
No, Atlanta is very good. They're an awesome young team. They ain't that good, bro. Come on, dog. Yeah. Like Trae Young is awesome, but they ain't that good. But he made them look that good. You know what I mean?
Because again, in that series, he did not make switches. He just didn't make the switches, man.
Same thing. They doing this stupid drop coverage. Trae Young come around the screen. Soon as Lopez step up, he throwing the lob. He getting his head dunked on over and over again. Make an adjustment to that. Man. But he don't do it. So I don't know. I think Chris Paul gonna win the MVP, and I think it's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying?
Nigel said no game 7, 4-2. Suns and 4.
Suns and 4. You probably right, bro. You probably right.
Possibility. And I tell you what, not only did Giannis pray, they gave him some of that good juice into that knee, boy.
You gonna pray to your God. We finna shoot you up. We're gonna shoot you up with this
cortisone, this numbness, and you about to be out there with no issues.
Hey, bro, take a shot of this vodka so you don't feel. I'll get you shot of this Everclear. All right, man.
Very few coach like Pop. Very few coach like Pop. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. All right, man. Unfortunately, the Suns gonna win, man. They gonna win. I mean, it is what it is. They gonna win.
If Giannis get it, I wouldn't be mad because and we move on. If Giannis wins this championship, the reason I wouldn't be mad because his loyalty of being brought out of Greece and real. Coming from the slums. And he stayed with the people who brought his family out, and they employed his brother because his brother is NBA slaw. He ain't slaw because he in the NBA. But the fact that he ain't loyal, and if he won the championship, it would show you that look, Team Marcus can do it. So I'll leave that alone.
B+, I think Drew gonna have a bounce back game. That could be true. And y'all right, Bud got to stop with the switches. All right, man. So here's the situation. So. You know, Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor, they got a situation.
That picture looked like she got caught.
Hey, it's the perfect one, bro. So, Rob, explain what you know about the story, bro.
All right. So, this story is not new news. This is the part that gets me, and it's crazy. This story actually broke last year by Deadspin while they was in the bubble. And I remember when it broke because the dude that broke the story, they buried this man.
Right.
And they said that he had the mic on purpose trying to get Rachel Nichols, and it came up a little bit and then it just disappeared. But now it's back. So here's the story. Rachel Nichols was caught talking to one of LeBron's we'll just say PR people.
But one of the people in the business.
One of his PR people. And what he said was Maria Taylor, what she said was Maria Taylor got the finals job over me over some diversity stuff. Because ESPN has a long track record, and I know this as a woman, of not being diverse. Right. They gave her the job. I don't care about that. Just don't give her the job over me. Like, don't give her don't let her eat off my plate because you trying to make some diversity, because you trying to meet some diversity thing because, you know, and then she was like, she's tired of the Black Lives Matter and some other stuff comments that she made. This was all a year ago. Back in the bubble.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden it's big news and everybody blowing up, and there's black athletes who's taking up for Rachel and they're getting blasted, and then there's a bunch of black athletes taking up for Maria Taylor. Now I'm gonna let you comment on the Rachel Nichols, and then I'm gonna go back to Maria Taylor on something that she did that I really did not appreciate, but it is what it is. But go ahead.
So, yeah, like Rob said, Rachel Nichols said something. Honestly, like, reading the report, what she said I don't think was so terrible. But bringing up the black thing, that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because any one of us, because they, you know, from what I've heard, I watched interviews for Rachel and interviews against Rachel. And what I hear on both sides, that Rachel really, really wanted that job. And Maria Taylor swooped in. Like what I heard of Maria Taylor before she got to the countdown, she was on football. She was on college football, NFL football. Very talented, ultra talented. And I think she was also on the NBA draft before then, right? She was grinding, she was handling her business, and she's a former athlete, right? So salute to her. But what happened was when she said that, man, like it didn't hit well. And it's kind of dividing ESPN right now. Now, I think the most trash thing, I'm going to let you go back with Maria. The most trash thing that happened out of this is when Rachel gave her apology, she talked for like 20 seconds at the beginning of one of her jump because she hosts the jump. They took her off of the NBA Finals and put Malika Andrews on there. And, you know, good for them. I just say that.
Hey, but this proves. hey, stop right there. This proves the point. Now I'm not on Rachel Nichols' side, but ESPN basically said, yeah, Rachel's not lying. Let's put the black lady into the NBA Finals, but we can't give it to Maria because then that's going. But we're gonna put this new up and coming black girl in there, and now we win. So
now
keep
we
going.
Good. Yeah, now Malika Andrews, she's good too. She was in the bubble.
She is.
She's a hard worker. So I was making a joke that she's not an ugly woman. That's all I was saying. That's the point I was making. So, and she's black. So God bless her and all the blackness. But I'm just saying that. I'm joking, man. But nah, man. What's crazy is before we go to Sha Carri, what's crazy about this is the fact that I think Rachel. She just got caught with her pants down, so to speak. She got caught. Now, the crazy part is the person that told ESPN about it, they got suspended. Rachel didn't get suspended. Maria Taylor didn't get in trouble because obviously Maria Taylor didn't do nothing. Right. But the person that told got suspended for 2 weeks and lost pay, and then they eventually end up leaving ESPN. The person that told was a producer. Watch him out, Crystal. Watch it. I've told Crystal, but yes, you're right. But no, I have no problem with Malika Andrews. I was just pointing out. Anyway, back to Rachel Nichols.
It's a black woman. That's all he was saying.
That's all I was saying, man. You know. Anyway, Rachel Nichols, man. Like I think the crazy part of like what happened is, you know, she got caught with her pants down. And what I don't like about it is, to me, I feel like she's unrepentant. Like, I feel like she could have kept the apology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand being mad that somebody got promoted over you. I wouldn't like that neither. I understand it. I get it. But they say they ain't spoken a year. Like, they ain't even speaking to each other. Because, you know, if you saw Maria Taylor doing the Black Lives Matter thing when that was going big and every time about black stuff, I mean, she's a neck-rolling black woman. Like, she is not with no games. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's crazy. But anyway, go ahead, Rob.
No, only thing I'm gonna say about Maria, they tried to give her $5 million, and baby girl came back and said, "I want Stephen A. money." She want $8 million, and
they gonna mess around and give it to her. What they gonna?
Oh, now she gonna get it. But I just she would have been top paid at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing that I saw. Like, dang, she missed that opportunity. But now I guess not. You know, the story leaked. Rachel was unrepentant, but I mean, it's a lot of people who they colleague get promoted and they never. I got promoted to manager. I can name you 3 people right now that has never congratulated me.
Right.
That ain't gonna change. They still talk to me, but they never said congratulations.
Yeah.
So on a human element, okay, she got upset. The Black Lives Matter thing is what she could have kept her mouth closed on. With, you know, making comments about she's tired of the Me Too movement. Right. She's tired of the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, like it was, as a woman, you can't say that. But Rachel ain't going nowhere because she got people in high places.
Well, she got a lot of people on her side too. I mean, because you know, she's never came off as a
racist.
She never came off as a racist. I don't believe she is. I think she just.
I think she bitter. I think she bitter right now.
She's literally a bitter Bob right now. I ain't.
Yeah.
You know,
bitter Betty.
If you really want to laugh, look up Jalen Rose's daughter comment on this. That's hilarious. Just look it up. That's a freebie for you.
Let's get to our girl, man, because I'm a little upset about this.
So Miss Sha Carri Richardson, if you haven't heard, you know, she was the one that just was awesome inside the prelims for the Olympics. She was gonna go. She got sponsorship. I think she got a sponsorship by Nike. She's doing well. You know what I'm saying? She's booming out here, right? And the day I believe the week that when she won, her mother, she found out her mother died, although she was raised by her grandmother. But she found out her mother died. She stressed out. She hit some of that 20-twin. She hit some of the wacky tobacco, as they say, or the weed, as Stephen A. say. She hit the weed, and it disqualified her because she failed the drug test because she smoked some weed, right? Look, man, I am not a pro smoker, but weed is it's not a performance enhancing drug. I've never smoked weed, but nobody told me I'm gonna smoke some weed and I'm ready to go hoop. Ain't nobody ever told me I'm gonna smoke some weed and I'm about to go run a marathon. Now everybody I know that smoke weed, they tear up a box of chicken or some type of food. I ain't never heard none of them talking about, man, I can run farther, move faster. Now they may be able to focus a little bit more, but I ain't never heard none of is it being a performance enhancing drug. Now, I'm not going to go as far as say that, this is a racial thing. I don't think it's a racial thing, but it's quite the coincidence that when this happened to Fishman, I forgot old boy,
Michael
that got caught smoking some weed with no suspensions. Now, I know it may I don't know if it was the Olympics was going on when he got caught or whatever, so
it was competition going on.
But he still swam, and I'm not making this a racial thing. I'm not saying that. It's not a racial thing. Because she came to and she said she was wrong. She took it. She owned up like a grown up. Yes, I smoked it. I shouldn't have. I'll be back. I'm sorry to let y'all down, but hey, I was going through a tough time. That calmed my nerves at the time. Like I say, I'm not walking around with a blunt leaf hat, nothing like that, going 44. I'm not that guy, but I'm not looking down on nobody that smoke neither. It's not a performance. It's not her taking like some steroids or nothing. This ain't the same thing. This not gonna give her no competitive advantage. She's already fast. The good Lord gave her a competitive advantage. She's just fast, very fast at what she do. Rob, what you think?
Yeah, man. I think it is sort of racial, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look at that picture of that young lady right there. She got the nails, she got the eyelashes, she got the hair. That is every definition of your inner city young lady for somebody who grew up with everything that's on that young lady. And they didn't want that representing the U.S. So anything, because she was going, and when she get done racing, she has a few choice words for the audience. And I really think they were looking for stuff. She talking. She'll drop some F-bombs in a heartbeat after she won a race. And I truly believe that they didn't want that to be a representation of the USA. I really do, because that scares them. She speaks for herself. She's not safe, if you will. And she's a woman's athlete that's not in basketball. Because see, you can mute out basketball players when they're cursing and in competitive mode and on the court because it's real loud. But on that track, you hear every word she's saying. And I don't think they wanted that young lady to go because Michael Phelps made it through. And I ain't on no black-white against white thing, but I'm going to call a spade on this one, see. Another young lady, that story broke, got caught using steroids. Ain't nothing been said about her. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. And she's not suspended. So I really need you to explain to me on how this is not on a banned substance list, but yet and still y'all suspending her for a month, long enough to make sure she don't get to Tokyo.
Right.
It's a bigger picture. So all the safe runners, and I hope the U.S. still do their thing because there are some dope young ladies, and I don't want to take nothing from her. And I'm not saying what she did was right. I used to smoke every day. I'm not advocating that she smoked. That's not what I'm saying. She owned up to her mistake. It's not a performance enhancement. And she had just lost her mother. So, and like she said, I'm human. We make mistakes. Right. But they did not want that young lady from South Dallas, a.k.a. Oak Cliff, some of the hoodest parts in Texas, in the Dallas metro area. They didn't want her representing the U.S., man. And I just really feel that way. And if that's just my personal opinion, I'm being 100% real.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
I'm not sure it was. I ain't going to say it was a race thing or not. I would say that, her look didn't help, but she was real, right?
Right.
You look at her.
We just celebrated her for being real 2 weeks ago.
Right. Well, I'm going to say, you look at her and you look at Simone Biles, you see two different people. They're both black, but it's two different people. They're probably from two different places, right?
Right.
But she's not wrong for being her. I don't think she's wrong. Right. She should be heard. I ain't saying that. What I will say is this, though, and I would think that us as people of color, what we always got to remember, we got to be right. It may not be right,
Yep,
but
100%
we got
of the
to be
time.
right. You know what I'm saying? Because and anybody, and it's not just black people though, because I ain't gonna say it's all black people, but anybody that gets famous quick, you better check your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because they coming for you, because people are jealous and they want to tear you down. It's not just black people. Y'all remember when it was the playoffs and there was this one quarterback that came in, this dude just showing out, right? I can't remember what his name was. He might have been for Cleveland or somebody that got hurt. And he came out there, he was showing out, mess around, won the game, right? We just used this for example. This was a white guy, and he was showing out or whatever, and everybody was celebrating. Man, this dude is awesome, whatever. You know what somebody did? Pulled up his Twitter, found like some racist comment that he made when he was 14. Wouldn't let that in because to tear down his rising. You know what I'm saying? They ain't caring about the dude being racist. They just want to tear him down. And that's what I say. That's what when I say we have to be right. We have to be careful because when your rise come, check your balances, dot your I's, make sure you're straight. For real, bro. Make sure you're straight. You know what I mean? So, because I'm not sure that this is just a race thing because, like, when that opportunity comes, you got to be prepared, bro. And I'm not saying she was wrong. She is the ultimate talent or whatever. But what I'm saying, just like in our life as a Christian, right? If you get the enemy place, what he going to do? He going to tear up.
Okay.
But there are underlying issues. And I ain't going to act like it ain't. I ain't going to go as far as say it ain't none because, miss me with that. Because what happened with old boy and this is similar and it's a different situation. But I ain't going to say that's the reason she's out. The reason she out because she messed up. She shouldn't have messed up. She ain't messed up. She would have been out. They may not have liked her up there with the nails all that. But if she wouldn't have messed up, she would have been there. And go ahead, Rob.
Air music. No. I want you to because I want to comment on Air music.
J Air says disagree with you, Rob. That racetrack has been dominated by black athletes for decades. This is not a racial issue. Okay.
This is why I'm gonna say every black woman who dominated that track, they went and did something to try to make sure they made them fall. You can look at Marion Jones. You can look at FloJo. You can look at any woman who was dominating, and they dug extra hard to tear that woman down.
Right.
To make sure that she couldn't stay up at the top for anything. And that's the angle I'm coming from.
Right.
That's the angle that I'm looking at when I say anytime somebody come out dominating like that, they always dig. They couldn't get Jackie Joyner Kersee. They couldn't get her with it. But guess what? They kept digging and digging, trying to find fault. It always happens that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm coming from. I agree with you. Black women has been dominating for decades. But the ones who broke records and was up here, they made it their business to find something to make sure that they could tear that person down. That's the angle I'm coming from. But I totally agree with you. Sisters have been dominating the track for years.
Just James say, this Sha Carri situation got me feeling some type of way. MKJ, there's so many black women that will be running though. Like so many black women. Yep.
Yeah,
that kind of goes with what
agree.
J Air was saying. There's always birds chirping behind you, Nigel. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
The punishment needs to be the same across the board. See, that's the point right there. Now, that's the key. The punishment needs to be the same across the board, despite race, gender, or whatever. Unfortunately, the Olympic Commission, I feel like there's a double standard.
Double standard big time.
Yes. Spain is definitely about race, but we got to be on our toes not to make it easy for them to disqualify us. Exactly.
Yeah, agree.
That's the point I'm making.
That's what C was saying. You got to be right.
I agree with everything Rob's saying. Like, people going to nitpick. They're going to try to find stuff. They're going to dig and all that. That's why I said, when your time come, make sure you ready. Make sure you ready. Because, like, look, if you're a hood Negro, if you're a hood one word, you're a hood one word. I get it. But hood one words can make it. It ain't nothing wrong with being a hood one word. Like, we were celebrating that this lady was free to be her. We were celebrating it 2 weeks ago. Same picture right here.
And Simone
Look at the nails. You see the nails going all certain ways, the hair, eyelashes hanging up. Hey, she's being her. Salute. But you got to be ready for that next level. You got to be ready. Look, she was honest about it. She said, no, I messed up. I let people down. She owned it. Respect to her for that. She didn't make no excuses. She didn't say, oh, they hate no. She didn't say none of that. She made, but we got to be ready. Anybody, a artist, a athlete or whatever, you got to be ready, because if you're not, something like this can happen. Because like Rob said, people are always digging. Now that's not that happens for us as people of color, but that happened to a lot of people.
It happened to a lot of folks.
To a lot of people. Look, just like the Rachel and Maria Taylor situation, most cases it's like it's the black person screaming, the white person got elevated above them. This was reversed. You see what I'm saying? Like, it happens all the time. It's just the same spirit of certain things. But anyway, man, I hate it for this lady. Hopefully she can come back. It's already. So, I saw in my messages like she ain't going to the Olympics because there was hope she can go do the relays.
Yeah, no,
and I heard
they just today.
No, yeah, they didn't even choose her.
Yeah.
So see,
they
like,
didn't want no part.
See now it's getting the snowball thing because like now this stain is on her. That's where the wrong come in. Now the stain is on her. Oh, she's a bad influence.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna think about what was happening, what made her do that.
Ball. Yeah.
Or if she did it all the time, man, there's millions of people smoke weed every day. Get out of my face. I'm not the one. I know Rob ain't, but there's millions of people smoke weed every day. There's people you work with that smoke weed every day and work a job and they're normal. I'm not gonna bury nobody for smoking weed. Now, if she would have snorted a line of crack, I'd be like, nah, she don't need to represent this country.
Yeah, she need to sit down.
She needs to sit down. But smoking weed, and I'm not acting like, for me, Chris Morris, C. Micah, oh no, Chris Morris can't do it. It's not for me, right? But I don't look down on nobody else to do that because it's legal in most states. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's legal where they're going. It's legal where the Olympics at.
It's $1 billion industry now that's legal. You know what I mean?
Right. And like Cortez said, she wasn't even high running. You know what I'm saying? So this is probably like an after effect joint or whatever. But anyway, man. So
and I mean it's consequences because if you drop dirty at my job, if you drop dirty at my job, you gone. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's. But my thing is when other people have dropped dirty for enhancing, and the other, Michael Phelps got caught smoking on camera, didn't drop dirty. He had it on camera. Nothing was done, and they still were able to let them go.
Like Just James said, Matt Barnes said he used to smoke a week before and after games he played throughout his career. I know. That's why they don't check for marijuana no more in the NBA. Yeah, basically, they gave him like, yo, y'all, we ain't checking for that. We checking for other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate all the feedback coming in on this one. That's This one was dope. I like to see what everybody had to say on it.
Yeah, appreciate y'all input on that, man. I hate it for the sister, man. Hopefully she can come back. She's a young lady. She's only 22. So 26, she can be back at the Olympics again. Won't have to worry about COVID and all that at that time. Things will be better in a better state. Hopefully she'll come back even stronger. That's what I pray. She got to deal with Nike, and Nike did not drop her. They decided to make a campaign around her mistake and her owning up to it. So salute for that. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. So, yeah, man. Like Just James say, she'll be stronger and better. Yeah, prayerfully she will be. You know what I mean? All right, man. Rob, you got this, brother? I'm gonna let you get this.
Yeah. Have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with the podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Well, you see all the things. We have Cash App, PayPal. You can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support.
Yeah.
You can hit us at Cash App at the cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. Or if you can't support financially, you can support by hitting the like button, subscribe button, sharing, telling somebody about the show.
Tell people about it.
Yeah, tell your mom and them. Pray for us. Like, support is support when it comes to what we're trying to do. As you can see, we're constantly trying to upgrade our equipment, and God has been good. You know what I mean? From the donations to what He's given C and myself to be able to, sow into our own ministry.
Son came in right now doing the show. So praise the Lord.
So I just want to say thank everybody for listening. Again, Not the Same Cash App, Not the Same Podcast. If you want to go to the website, notthesamepodcast.com/support. We appreciate it. But again, hit the subscribe. We're trying to build organically. We're not trying to buy bots. We're not trying to pay for views or pay for followers. None of it. We want to do it. We want to do it the natural way. And we're seeing new people come in every week.
Yeah,
and we appreciate that support and the encouragement that we see in our inboxes when the shows are on and also when they go off. So we appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, man. I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We is out, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
About our father's business. Crime mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit, that's a cheat code. Holiness the standard, we never fold. We about to make a scene episode.